F1 24. First of all, I just played my team mode. Since its inception in F1 2020, I've been in love with this mode, and this really made the F1 games for me. I was hoping that with the years, they would improve and deepen the experience to get on the same management level like the original Race Driver Creed game from 2008. It's a really shame that EA can't be bothered to do even that. There are still a few positive things to say about this game. The OST is a great again like it was since 22. The graphics once again improved and they've remodeled all the drivers to look the best out of any F1 game so far. The handling, while even more arcadey, is really playable with the controller and enables you now to take corners more aggressive. But those are all minor things. The rest is still the same old story since EA took over. The negatives start with the graphics. They're still using the ancient FSR2 version, no 2.1, not to mention FSR3 or 3.1 with the frame generation. VR is a still stuttering mess and the game crashes every time it wants to. So far, it's been a really gamble to make it work. Sometimes the controller or the wheel, Logitech G923, will stop working in VR. With XAS, the game looks and runs pretty well on Ultra in 4K 120fps on my system. AMD 5800X3D, 32GB of RAM, RX 7900X6 and 2TB of 99 Pro NVMe. The cars are really reflective and nice to look, but everything else looks a bit plain off. The sound is still the same as in other games. Cars sound all the same and something is off and missing from the real-world counterparts. It might be time to move to a newer engine and leave the PS4 and X1 gen behind. I, unlike most, actually love the handling model from the first version of the game. It didn't have that bold like in feel like in 22 and 23. The front end might have been so snappy for some, but I particularly loved it. Now, with the 1.3 release and the supposed fixed handling model, I can no longer recommend the game. The new handling model is worse than the original in every way. The front end is still snappy, but now the rear feels inconsistent. Sometimes it holds the grip and sometimes it doesn't. With the old handling, Monaco was actually a very fun track to drive. It was challenging but consistent. The new handling model has a Monaco but just keeping rears. The famous hairpin turn 6 is literally impossible to follow another car side by side anymore as you cannot take it wide, as the car just won't take the turn anymore. The pull section is just neither at the moment with the rear and giving up randomly at any of those turns. After the 30 or so laps around Monaco, I can't even remember how many times the car's rear gave up between turn 12 and 16. I only made up through the expected 7-8 times out of the 30 plus laps. The handling is pretty nice with the controller and allows you to be more aggressive. It feels easier to drive than 23. With the steering wheel to hold things changes and it becomes the core. I've tried my F1 23 settings and everything fell off. The car felt always faulty in lights, there was no real feedback coming from like in 23. So I couldn't make it any worse than 2 hours of testing. My team and why I'm buying these games is a miserable joke. Why, for frick's sake, was the code is and can implement the same managing system like in Race Driver Creed from 2008 or the team management mode from the Dirt 4. In these games, you had the real or realistic looking sponsors, could place everything on the car so it just looked like it belongs in a real world race, and you could choose a particular design, your own designs. These are things which were already in past Codemasters games. Why can't just implement it here? What's keeping them from it? Why are adding more realistic designs like promised since 2021? Why is the car the only model you can choose is still the default Fiat chassis? Why are there no visual changes shown on the car once you start improving the aerodynamics? Why can't we design our own car? It makes me mad because there are things which we all present in our Codemasters games. Car design was in the Subaru VRC game, but still. Anyways, before I keep on repeating myself, I will end it here. This is the first F1 game I won't be playing, and starting from this year, if there are no substantial improvements to my team, I won't be buying F1 games anymore. I'm sick of another game series being turned into microtransaction hell with meaningless skins, which should be free to begin with minor updates each year of features disappearing and repeating and being sold as new.